Hi guys, so let's start our presentation by introducing you to a couple of individuals and the problems that they face. This is Gina. She's a 60-year-old single mother and has really worked hard all her life raising both of her children. Now that her children have finally left home, she can finally rest. But she is also, for the first time in her life, living all alone by herself. She doesn't have the best memory. She often forgets to turn out the lights and lock the doors before she goes to sleep. One time, she even left her stove running after making her morning coffee. After the stove incident, her children have suggested getting her some smart lights and a smart stove, but she really doesn't want her still children spending thousands of dollars on things that she knows she can't figure out how to use. Yang, on the other hand, is very familiar with technology. Although his parents make a decent income in China, they have saved up everything to send Yang overseas as an international student for a better education. This is Yang's first year away from home and living by himself. He has really lived a sheltered life up till this point, so his lack of basic life skills and just the loneliness of being in a strange new environment has been really straining on him. He couldn't keep track of how many times he has locked himself out of his apartment, and he still has nightmares about what his landlord will say when they discover the water damaged bathroom from the time that he flooded his bathroom because he left his bathtub faucet running. Finally, this is Roger. He is a retired war vet who very much enjoys living alone in his old family house that has been passed down in his family for generations. Due to his injuries during his service, he can't walk very well and has almost completely lost his hearing. This is also why he couldn't hear the hissing gas leak in the kitchen that nearly killed him. His house did have an old alarm system installed, but it had been malfunctioning for quite a while now, and Roger has been putting it off getting it repaired due to his legs problems and he can't really reach it. Good thing Roger eventually recognized the strange smell and evacuated before any serious harm befell him. Gina, Young, and Roger are very different people, yet their circumstances are very similar. They are all otherwise independent people, but just need a little bit of supervision or assistance in their day to day tasks. However, despite how little assistance they need, if they don't get it, it would really mess up their day. Although there are current solutions provided to help them, like smart home monitoring system or just smart home systems in general, these solutions are either too expensive or too difficult to install.
These two quotes here from Statistics Canada and the World Health Organization provide backing and context for the problems that we gave to our personas earlier in the presentation. And they also bring up two more important points as well. The number of elderly people throughout the world is increasing, meaning that this problem of people not being able to take care of themselves in the home will only increase with more elderly people and more cognitively disabled people. It shows us that the people who are affected by the problems that these personas were facing are some of the most vulnerable people in the world: single parents, the elderly, and the impoverished mainly.
As an additional part of our research, we asked 13 retirement home residents what they find to be the best part about retirement home living. Although their answers do vary, we can see that most of them really just need the peace of mind in knowing that someone will be there to remind them and help them if they ever do need help.
Current solutions include smart home devices such as Google Home or Alexa. With these devices, they have the ability to help people with daily tasks such as managing smart devices within the home and having the ability to alert users with important information about the house. To enable all these wonderful features is practically impossible for an average person who has no real experience with technology and requires many setups to get it up and running. Another solution would be smart appliances. The upfront cost of these smart appliances is extremely expensive. A smart fridge would cost around $2,000 to $4,000, making a hefty investment overall. With these pros and cons considered, 5 limitations come to mind: the costly price to purchase these devices, the difficulty to install, the people who are illiterate in technology who cannot use them, the requirement of phones, and the need to refamiliarize with new devices, which discourage people to continue using them.
With all the information we have gathered through research and potential user interviews, we have come up with the following initial problem statement. Individuals who are physically disabled, cognitively impaired, or otherwise incapable of taking care of themselves often find it challenging to complete daily tasks, which can negatively affect their quality of life. And the current solutions are held back by costs and difficulty to install.
Our desired future situation and the objective of this design is that it will be user friendly in ways such as it will be easy to install and understand. It will be a minimum design so it can be easily understood and used by all generations, and it will be cheap so that everyone can easily afford it, and the low price would not have an impact on the quality and durability.
So, we know that our solution is a success if the people that we are trying to help can now live more independently after our solution is implemented. We do, however, need our solution to be easy to install by our users and affordable. We have listed out specific metrics and constraints on how easy to install and how affordable our solution should be, but due to time constraints, I won't be listing them out individually. I will leave them in the slides for you to read. Thank you for joining us for our presentation, and please let us know if you have any questions.